Hey guys, what's up? Today in the BrickLab we're going to be building a custom Benthomaar, King Trimar's son and Prince Kalmar's adopted brother. So as usual with all of Ninjago's side characters, the pieces for Benthomaar do not exist in the real world yet. I hope we get them in that larger temple set that's coming out this summer, but I'm not really holding out hope. But anyway, in the meantime, here's a custom version of Benthomaar, at least the best I could do using pieces from my collection. So one of the things that frustrates me with all of the Ninjago side characters, at least all the most recent ones, is that they use that Joker hairpiece in different colors that it doesn't come in. That piece only came in green and purple. But anyway, rant aside, the piece that I feel like looks next best is going to be this piece, which is just that standard Widow's Peak hairpiece. It comes in a bunch of minifigures. It's been used a lot over the years. The first time I think was with General Zod, and it's been used on, numerous minifigures since then. Of course, if you want to maintain that kind of bushy hair look, you could always use the newest Harry Potter hairpiece like this. I really wasn't sure on it. It doesn't have that sweeping Widow's Peak look, so I went with the General Zod hairpiece. And then, of course, if you want something else, you could also use maybe Cole's hairpiece, or even Cole's older hairpiece. The headpiece was used in that $20 hidden side set from last year. It has a kind of a stern little expression on the front here, which doesn't really fit Benthomaar, but I really couldn't find any grayish, whitish headpieces that really had the right look that I was going for. And yeah, you can see if we flip it around on the back, there's kind of an angrier look, so maybe as the season goes on, if Benthomaar, starts standing up to Kalmar and unlocks his true potential or something, this face might eventually come in handy, but if not, oh well. There was also this one, which was first used with Sensei Yang students and a couple of other statues over the years. It kind of just looks exactly like a statue, so I wasn't really sold on the look, and that's why I didn't end up using it. Although I guess it looks okay if you're wanting a sadder looking Benthomaar. And if you flip it around, you can see there's also an awakened, angry look in the back. Again, not super fitting for poor Bentho here. There were a couple of other faces like this one, which I ended up not using because it was white, but I'd say design-wise, it's probably my favorite. It's kind of, it's more vampire-looking than anything else, but if it was in gray, it'd probably be perfect for this guy. Just throw a couple designs on the side, and you'd be pretty good there. And then on the back, there's a slightly more nervous expression, which again, also kind of fitting for old Bentho. My last head choice was actually this one, which is from the last Pirates of the Caribbean set we got, the Silent Mary. It was used on one of the crewmates, I believe. Not a fan of the sternness and the fact that it's on a transparent clear headpiece. It kind of looks like old Bentho's dissolving. But other than that, it's not a terrible look. The torso that I'm using is from the Hydra minifigures from the Age of Ultron sets from a couple years ago with the Marvel Superheroes line. I swapped out the gray hands for black ones. And yeah, a nice touch that I really like is the fact that there's this little Hydra logo on the back, which is an octopus, which is kind of fitting considering the main villains from this season are octopi and eels, or is Kalmar more like a squid? I don't know. The other torso that I kind of contemplated using was this one, which is from the Nearly Headless Nick minifigure. It comes in an expensive $100 Harry Potter set, which has been discontinued, although Nearly Headless Nick was fairly cheap. He was, I think, $7 on BrickLink. Last I checked, which isn't a terrible price for a minifigure that comes in a $100 set. And then you could throw the hairpiece on him. I honestly think that looks pretty cool, and of course, obviously, the legs that I'm using are also from the Nearly Headless Nick minifigure, so it works out. Of course, if you do have the Silent Mary set, you could always use some of the sailor torsos from that set. They look pretty cool as well, and they kind of match the overall look. They don't really necessarily have that golden armor printing on top that Bentho has, but I guess it's a reasonable stand-in, so yeah. Until we get an actual Benthomaar minifigure, I'd probably end up using something that looks a lot like this. So yeah, alright, that is it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you made it this far, don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and do all that other good stuff. And if you want to see more of my content, please feel free to check out the other videos on my channel. And if there's something you want to see me build, feel free to leave a comment in the comments section below, and I will see what I can do. Again, that's all I have for you guys today, so I will see you next time.